107.5 WGCI decides number one for hip hop and R&B. It's the morning show with the destined legend Leon Rogers, the beautiful Kendra G, myself, the shortest damn man in Chicago, Kyle. Hey, yo, and maybe the most inspirational dude on the planet is hanging out with us.
Oh, speak that. Speak
that. That brother E.T. is back with us, hanging out with us. How you feeling today, man?
Blessed, man. Blessed. Always good to be back in the Chi. Some people know, some people don't. I was born here, Cook County Hospital. Yeah. And mom took a job at Ford, so we moved when I was about 5 or 6 years old. But always good to be back in the birthplace, baby.
Yeah, no question. So look, for the people that don't know, man, explain to the people who E.T. is, because we know, and you got a huge following on the gram. They know
more than 1 million people at the moment, which I'm so proud of.
Man, but
for the people that don't, who are you?
For the people that don't know, man, high school dropout, homeless for 2.5 years.
That ain't what I meant, but go ahead.
You know, man, lost my way. You know, and then at some point somebody told me this is not where you belong. You know, you don't belong homeless. You don't belong eating out of trash cans. Get yourself up. Stop making excuses. Do what you're supposed to do. Handle your business. So I got my GED, from a GED to a PhD. Been grinding, man, and I'm out here trying to, you know.
Give them that line, bro.
Which
give
one
them
is
the
that?
line that you famous for.
When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.
Boy, I got fired up. I threw a vase in my house the first time I heard that. I told my kids, I said, you hear this? Y'all in here playing.
Right, no question.
Do you want to breathe?
Yeah, that's right. And I never said eat. Because you can go like almost 30 days without eating. Yeah. I didn't say drink water. You can go 3-4 days without drinking water.
You need that air.
I said breathe. Because you need that air for sure, man.
No question.
It's you know what I love about you? There's not too many people that can speak to a certain group of people and motivate them. But you have found, I don't want to call that niche. I think you were born to do it, to be able to connect with people that are listening to us right now. Like you said, you were once homeless. You were born right here in Chicago. And a lot of people listening just feel like, you know, woe is me.
Yeah,
like
no
I can't get out of my own way. This is what God gave me for life. I can't make anything bigger than that. How do you inspire them to realize their greatest potential?
Well, I'm saying they're telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you feel like you can't do it, you can't. You know what I'm saying? You're telling the truth. If you feel like, woe is me, woe is you. But I'm telling you, I used to be on that. My daddy wasn't in my life. You know, this person didn't do this for me. And somebody said, if you turn that energy around and use it for positive, you will be able to do whatever it is you want to do. So I'll just say to them, like, for real, you're going to be miserable. You might as well get a reward for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to be like, my daddy in my life, you might as well turn that thing around. And so I just want to challenge everybody that's listening, like, yo, there is a piece of pie out here, but you got to take it. Ain't nobody about to bake you no pie, slice it for you, put it on the plate, and feed it to you. So don't let people fool you. There is a pie in America, but if you're going to get your pie, you're going to have to go take that joint.
When you made your switch in your mentality, was it a gradual thing, or was it like an overnight thing?
No, gradual, man. I wish I'm 48. I wish, doggone, I wish it would have just been overnight, but it was gradual. You know, through reading, you know, I'll never forget, like, people like Les Brown I met. He sat me down and was like, yo, E, you got it, but it ain't enough to have it. Like, you got to hone it. You got to practice it. Like, you got to get out there and do this thing every day. So it's been gradual. So I just want to encourage everybody, like, I don't know if you remember the movie Ray. Ray went cold turkey. Yeah. I'm like, yo, that's deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's next level. Most of us can't go cold turkey, but for real, if you do it one day at a time, I told my son the other day, you won't be 23 forever, kid. You're going to wake up one day and be 33, and what you do every day between now and 33 is going to decide what happens to you 10 years later. So, no, it is not overnight. It's gradual, but you got to get up and go get it every single day.
E.T., you talk to the regular folk like us, but you also do a lot of things with college football teams, a lot of athletes who – how can I say it? They have a higher sense of self. You know, you know, when you're an athlete, you're a little arrogant, you're best, you're elite, whatever. But they go through stuff too. Have you ever had any athletes come up to you and say, "E.T., man, like the words you said to me," and you not even being in that realm of being an athlete? Have you ever had any athletes, if so, who were they, that came up to you and just say, "Hey, brother, I appreciate what you're doing, man, because even though I'm at the state that I'm in, I needed your word."
Yeah, well, absolutely, man. You know, and I'm fortunate. Because, like you said, they are there, but when they hit that, I am the dude they call. So, like, Victor Oladipo.
No doubt.
You know, Vic called me, like, you know, before he got injured.
Amazing season. Was having an amazing season.
I was working with my man, like, beginning of the season, hurt himself, was like, E, fly down to Chicago, I need that. Isaiah Thomas, who's used to being, you know, on top. Now Zeke wasn't playing for a while, so I'm calling him every day, encouraging him, giving him words. Cam, I just saw Cam in Jamaica. You know, Cam's my guy throughout the season. Cam
He's giving up orgasms for the month of May.
Said, right?
Right.
Yeah, no sex.
Was that your inspired by you?
Not inspired by me. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, it's inspired by me.
Right. Everything else ain't got nothing to do with you.
That's his business, right?
That's hilarious.
I want to talk real quick.
go ahead.
Just when you talk about changing your life, do you got to change your environment and your circle of friends? Because sometimes you might realize the people around you, I don't want to say they're holding you back, but they might not be encourage you to go to the next level, and it's hard for you to grow if you're around naysayers. So do you think it's important changing your circle when you're trying to grow to the next level
You know
in
what?
life?
I'm going to be real with y'all. Like, Kendra, I tell people, don't even focus on your circle. Like, don't even change your circle. You just change. Like if you in a plane and you go up, whatever's under you, it's under you. Like, you ain't gonna have to worry about that. So when I went and got my first degree, and it ain't about degrees, but just leaving the city, then a lot of people didn't go with me. Then when I got my master's, then when I got my PhD, and I'm no better than nobody. But as I kept, going to the next level, when I'm with Cam, ain't nobody coming with me. When I'm with, Vic, my boys, they not coming with me. So my thing is, you grow, you develop, you get better, and as you get better, your circle is going to get better. Everything around. So don't waste the energy on, I'm going to cut this person and cut that person. Because while you cutting, you don't know who to cut and who not to cut. You're not that deep. Like, you might be cutting the wrong person.
That's work.
So you don't do that's work. Don't cut nobody. Just grow, develop, and you will outgrow them. You don't have to cut them. If they're supposed to be gone, you will outgrow those people.
Yo, E.T. the hip hop preacher is hanging out with us, man. If you like what he's talking about, you're doing your thing in Chicago at the Harold Washington Cultural Center.
All day.
It's called the 1% Club,
1%
man.
Club.
What we doing with this?
Let me tell you something, man. And Leon, you hit it. I have noticed, like when I sat in that room with Warren Buffett, when I sat in that room with Cam and me and Cam talked, Victor Oladipo, like all the companies I work for, I was like, yo, it's something different about the 1%.
Yeah.
Like, for real. They not necessarily like mutants or nothing like that. Like, they don't got nothing on us. But I noticed that, like, yo, they doing some stuff that we not doing. And I realized one of the things was, like, they not working as hard as me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they not putting in 50, 60 hours. They not necessarily good people. You know what I'm saying? But I've noticed that there's some decisions they make, some strategies they doing, some executing they doing is putting them in a different space. So what I've been doing the last 3 or 4 years, when I speak for Alabama, I'm not going no more and speaking. I'm going 2 days earlier, and I'm watching Nick. Like, I'm like, yo, bring me in early. Like, bump that check. I don't need that check no more. I need to know what you're doing to put yourself in a position to be in the national title every year, and you making $11 million.
Right.
And I'm telling y'all, April 26, 27, I'm telling the secrets, right? Because they keeping them from some of us. Like, they're not sharing, and it's not that deep. And I made more money in the last 2 years than I've ever made in my life, and not from speaking. They have shown me some stuff, what to do, and I've got equity in companies now. It's like, man, somebody could have told me this 30 years ago when I was getting up at 3:30 in the morning.
You can tell us right now.
I can't.
You gotta come to the
I tell y'all we cut the mic off, but everybody else on the 26 and the 27.
E.T.,
No question.
another important thing I want to talk about, because I'm always going to take everything back to sports, because I really love sports, and I know you're a sports guy too. Energy.
Yeah.
We always talk about energy guys on teams. You got your Jordans, you got your LeBrons, but you always got that one guy, that energy guy. Like Dennis Rodman was an energy guy.
Yeah.
So how important is energy in life, like your energy? Because even when we was downstairs, bro, I came in, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. When I got out, me and my wife got into it yesterday, so it was still kind of on my head this morning. She was asleep, walk out, things ain't resolved. And I'm kind of was in a crappy mood. Yeah. Soon as I hit the door and I see you, the first words, and not to be eavesdropping on your conversation, you was speaking to somebody and you was like, man, God got me, woo, bad. And I said, man, I'm in here mad. Amen. And that energy that you gave me right then and there, how important is that to keep that ball of energy with you?
Bruh, you can't cut the lights on in this joint without energy. Like, I don't care how sweet y'all are, how sweet these computers are, TV, without energy, bruh, we can't do none of this. And humans get that confused. We are the greatest source of energy. It's not the energy that, on the light poles. We have the greatest, like, we're the most powerful beings on this earth. I say all the time, bump a lion. You got a tattoo of a lion. Can't no lion leave the Serengeti and come to Chicago and go to the Taste. Like, he's stuck. You know what I'm saying? Wherever my man is, he's stuck there. We can travel, build stuff, and I think we downplay how powerful we are, how powerful our energy is. And when we put that positive energy out, that positive energy comes out. When we put that negative out, that negative comes out. And what you said is deep. I was just telling my boy, he's a speaker in a wheelchair. Like, my man ain't walked since he was 16, got shot down. And he's about to go in and speak, but he was on some marriage stuff. And I was like, bruh, kill that. I don't care what you're going through with your girl. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. You go in there and you do what you're supposed to do, you may become the #1 motivational speaker in the world. But if you go in there with that negative energy, them kids are going to feel that. So I was like, focus, bruh. Let everything go and get in that moment. So to me, I think I blew up. Why? Because everybody like, how do you do it every day? Because you need energy every day to live. And so I just get up early, pump myself up, and then boom, give it to other people, and they love it.
Does E.T. the hip-hop teacher have a bad day sometimes?
Never a bad day. I'm just going to be real. A bad moment.
Okay.
You feel me? And I have to discipline myself and say, E,
it's not going to ruin my day.
You can't let this, because you can't get the day back.
Right.
You cannot get this day back, E. So go take a walk if you have to. Listen to that music that gets you pumped up. Listen to the morning show, laugh, but don't keep focusing on that thing that hurts you or that thing that pissed you off. And that's what we do. You're thinking about it the day after that. Right. It only lasts for a moment. Let it happen in that moment. You human, but don't let it take over and consume your day.
Word, that's right.
Hey, you don't never have a. Which one of you drank the last of my juice?
hey, well, they go. All my kids out the house, and it's just me and my wife. And we did a marriage counseling the other day, bro. I mean, we went for an hour and a half straight. Yeah. And the bros was like, E, what's the summary? I said, take the L, bro. Yeah. That's the summary.
Now I feel that
take the L, bro, and win.
So,
go ahead.
Before we go, you said that you told me you wanted to give some college students free access to your event. Yeah. So how they can reach out to you directly, the college students?
Yep, etinspires.com. Just reach out to us on etinspires.com. We want to bless, because I'm so tired of these kids going to college and coming out with debt. You know, that's not the reason for going to college. And so I want to give them some information to show them some things they could do while they're in school to make a couple dollars. So when they come out, they're not behind. You're not supposed to be behind when you go to school. You're supposed to come out and use that skill set to be productive. So yeah, we want to help our babies out.
Make sure y'all reach out, man. It's going down at the Harold Washington Cultural Center. We're talking about the 1% Club, April 26th and 27th. This Friday, this Saturday. Make sure you're in the building, man. E.T. the hip-hop preacher, putting that information out there for the people, man. That's what it is.
And what are the times for Friday and Saturday again?
So we're going 9 to 5.
9 to 5.
Bring you a lunch.
Okay.
It's a work day.
I'm talking about bring a lunch, because I'm not bringing you one. Bring your own lunch and let's get it.
Yeah, we always appreciate your energy. We also appreciate your words, man. You're doing a lot of good out here. We appreciate
on y'all as well. To be honest, I come regularly, and to see the three of y'all still here, like, for real, y'all don't know. I travel the world, and when you go back, people aren't always consistent.
Oh, we know this radio.
And to see you guys, man. Leon walked in on his own, Kyle on his own, Kendra on her own. Man, I just love y'all, man. I love what y'all doing. Keep doing what y'all doing. Blessings on 2019, the rest of the year for y'all. And, yeah, y'all keep doing what y'all doing, man. I love to see y'all in y'all gift.
Between you and Susan the Psychic, damn it, we destined for greatness.
Let's go, Leon. Let's go. Don't make us look bad.
No. E.T. the hip-hop preacher, y'all. You already know what it is, man. WGCI.